こんにちは、チャートマスターの根崎ゆきです。6月19日水曜日のセッションリーキャップ取っていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。それでは始めていきましょう。
Recap for July 18th, right? If you're a demo trader in here, you need to pay attention to when we get to your currency, right? Euro dollar is attempting to break the R6. If it breaks, hooks and goes, our target is the day chart top up here, and we're going to be able to take a trade here. We're going to stop at the 1270. Break on a hook, you're going to double your position. All right, at the 3600, you're going to pull your stop up tight. Okay, and then above here, you're just going to try to hang on to there.
ユーロドルの240分です。R6 をブレイクしてきそうなので、ブレイクフック&ゴーでまずここまで買って、さらにブレイクフック&ゴーでデイチャートのトップを目指して買っていきたいねと。
That's based on what it is now. Could do totally different real estate than that, but that's our opportunity on the euro dollar. All right? Now, if the euro dollar does make that move, you're better off trading the euro CAD or the euro Aussie or some other euro cross than you are the euro. Why? Because the dumb money is in here, which will keep it constantly being clicked out for 5 to 8 pips. All right? Why it's so out here? Look at it. Unless a big boy comes in and moves it, it doesn't do squat. It just flops around, goes, flops around, goes. No, the Asian session, the euro moves on average 13 pips. That's what the euro dollar moves in the Asian session does. And in the Asian session, you concentrate on the Aussie, the Kiwi, and all the yen crosses. Don't even think about the dollar Swissy or the euro or the pound. When you get to the London session, then you go for everything runs in the London session. Singapore, you only want to trade the Aussie. Right? But man, it's 13 ticks. Alright, British pound, we're looking to see if we can't get an ABC out of this thing. We've had an A, we've had a B, we get a C down to the 618 here. We start looking for the buy in this area back up to the top. Alright, so I'm bringing this down a little lower here. On the 618, take that off. Alright, so into 618 we're going to look for it. Alright, we're going to double our position above the 1.5630. Above here, don't take it now. Alright, if a trade alert came out right now that says trade above the 5630, everybody jump in that trade. Now it's 5630 after the pullback down to here and then goes up here. Alright, so there are two trades here, potential. Once we get down to here, that's this one and then this one. But not until we get down to here. Now it could just blow and go here. I'll be real leery of that thing. Real leery of it.
ポンドドル60分チャートですね。ポンドドル60分チャート。買っていきたいんですけど、一回戻ってきて1つ2つっていう風に取っていきたいですよね。で、今もしこのまま上がってっても何もしないでしょうと。で、今なんかチャット見てて面白かったんですけど、フレッドさんがユーロ Would you trade in the Asian session？アジアマーケットでユーロをトレードしますかってスコットに聞いて、いやスコットはしませんよって言ったんですよね。だってアベレージで13ピップしか動かないんですよって言っててで、そしたら But man, it's 13 ticks man って言ってるんですけど、13ピップも動いてるじゃないかって言って、でスコットがハハハって笑ってたんですけど、それだったらショーンが言ってるのはトレードユーロオージーインステッドって言ってるんで、だったらユーロオージーでもトレードすればっていうことを言ってて、オージー、キウイ、円クロス、円通貨のクロスが動くんで、この辺をトレードしましょうよねってことを言ってますね。
Yeah, trade the euro Aussie instead, exactly. CAD, right? When the CAD finally takes out this top, which is very close, gets up here to the trend line, we'll look for the possibility of a sell. This is a two-part trade. First part is where we've already been. The second part is this one down here. Now remember, we tried to trade this all last week, and it could never break this bottom right here. So keep an eye on the US dollar, and that'll help you know whether you can make this trade. So trade 1 is here and trade 2 if we get...
ドルカナダ240分ですね。こことここ取っていきたいんですけど、ずっとこれ先週から見てて、このボトム割ってきたら売りたいよねっていうのを言ってて、なかなか割らないと。これちょっとキープアイオンねって、もうちょっと注意が必要ですねと。
Swissy follows the dollar index. Let's look at the dollar index real quick. What are they doing? They were buying this morning, now they're selling dollars. Okay? What are they really doing? They're going sideways. They're range trading, waiting for FOMC to be over with.
ドルフランなんですけど、ドルフランは、 US ドルインデックス、ドルインデックスをすごくフォローするので、ドルインデックス見てみましょうということで見てみたんですけど、買われて今また売られてます。つまりこれ完全に横ばいですよねと。FOMC、今日ですよね。今日の FOMC に向けてのこの準備体制に入っていますと。
G8 and Ben Bernanke. So they're just oscillating up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Right? That's all they're doing. Right? That's why the currencies aren't doing anything. Nothing's happening with the dollar. All right? Everybody's wary until we get all this crap out of the way, which is the G8 and the FOMC and Ben Bernanke. So what will be the result? You will see the Swissy doing the same thing. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. All right? If perchance it finally does break down, you have a trade below the 91.50 down here to the 270 fib extension at 90.53.
同じ動きしてますよね、ドルフランも。これドルフランの60分ですけど、この9150、9150を割ってきたら売りたいよね、9050まで売ってきたよねってことを言ってます。
Not until, alright, because we've already been here and bounced up, all that would be is still working inside the big box. Alright, so you got to get out of the box before you can trade it. Yeah, exactly right. Alright, so there we go. Alright, dollar yen. We're looking for a continuation to the downside for a sell. Alright, well, they didn't have enough sellers to make it, so we've now come back up to the top. Alright, I'm going to take these off, so they're no longer in play. And now we can see that in reality, all we're doing here is a big sideways move also. Why? Because the first currency is the US dollar. The dollar index is going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So what's the dollar part of this doing? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. All right, the trade is down here. There is no trade in here. All right, yet.
ドル円ですね。ドル円も全く同じです。横ばいになってますよねと。なので、下に抜けてくるまではできないよね。まだトレードできないよねってことを言ってます。
Now, a sell-off, if they were to sell, I think it's a 60, right? You can all see now that this is a bear flag. So, if we can break, take the 95.00 out, take this out, take the 95.00 out, then there is 100 pips down here.
で、60分チャートに下げてドル円を見てみますと、ベアフラッグが見えるよねっていうことで、これブレイクしてきて95円っていうところを割ってきたら売っていきたいよねと、100ピップありますよと。
We would be interested in that, but we will not. We're really interested in the trade below here. But there's 100 pips before we even get to that thing. So we're going to put a conditional trade on below the 95, right? And it's going to have to really look good to do it because it's still trading in a box. See, if we get that, there's 100 pips down there. Right? So, Aussie dollar, we've come back up to the top here. We're looking for a possible sell-off or a buy. All right? Why? Because we're at the top of a day chart trend, which could turn us back to the downside. If we break hook and go, then the 240 trend is in line. All right? So what do we got to do? We're going to have to wait for that to happen. So if they break to the north, you definitely want this trade. If they break to the south, there's a little small 35.
OG ドルの60分ですね。これ上にブレイクしていったら買っていきたいですよね。このピンクのデイチャートのトレンドですよね。これブレイクしていったら買っていきたい。このまま跳ね返されていったらちょっとしかないですよね。下のチャンネルラインが近いので。で、618も近いのであんまりないんですけど、両方とも考えておきましょうと。
40 pips right down here. And that's about it. So, but if they get past this and come down through here, what do we got? We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's probably the end of it. So we're looking for an ABC retracement here, and then maybe we'll do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the downside. Nothing's changed in Australia right now compared to China. Right? So nothing's changed in terms of that. There's still a lot of pressure to short the Aussie dollar. Right? So take the trade below the trend line here down to the X7, which is 9,400. Euro yen. The euro yen has continued to move up to the upside, and there's a real high possibility. It's moving because of the euro. It's following the euro. This is gone. So what is this right now? This is a ABC retracement. This is the place they got to talk to us. We're either going to break out and go up to here, or we're going to sell it back off down to here. All right? I don't care which one it does at all. Doesn't matter to me because I like them both. All right?
ユーロ円ですね。 ユーロ円ですね。ユーロ円は別にこれ下がってきても上がってきても両方あるんですけど、まあどっちでもいいですよねと。まあちょっともうちょっと見ていきましょうと。
So I'm going to wait for the trade above the 128.44 for the buy up here. Buy up here at that point after a break hook and go. Oops, sorry, didn't want to do that. Break hook and go, and then a sell is a no-brainer trade to the downside. All right. If this is an ABC retracement, we're in position for the sell-off back down to here. How far is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 T30, 156 in there. All right. I'll take either one of them. All right, that's a euro yen. Pound yen is having trouble because it's a pound. All right, so it's not moving the same as the euro. All right, so it's now in a wedge. So what do we do when we're in a wedge? We run inside a wedge. All right, if it breaks to the north, I'm not interested in this trade because there's the day chart top. All right, but if it breaks to the down, I'm extremely interested in this sell right here. Okay, if it breaks to the downside. So I want the sell, not the buy.
ポンド円ですね。まあ、ポンド円は今ウェッジにあるんですけど、まあ、買いたくはないですよねと。ブレイクして下に売っていきたいな。なぜならデイチャートのトレンドが下だからですねと。
Why? The structure of the market tells me that. You kind of get what is our theme today? Has everybody kind of got the theme for today? It happens by itself. I don't plan it. It's the structure of the market. Yeah. All right. That's the theme. All right, New Zealand. All right, where are we at? Structure tells us we've done a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the top. We had these triple tops up here, and we have an A, B, C. So we're in position for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the top. All right. So we're in an uptrend. We can certainly trade this above the 80-25 area. And then it gets you down a little lower. But take out the grid base. That's the pivot point. So right in here. Trade it up, move the stop at the 80-50, hang on. If you break the top of this single line trend line, you're going to double your position up to the R5. All right, so the two trades are right here. First one's right here, second one is right here. 1 and 2. All right, over to the exotics, Aussie yen, nothing to do. We're at the bottom of the trend line, there's nothing to do. Walk away from it. Euro pound.
まあ、オージンは特になくて、次ユーロポンドいってみましょう。ユーロポンドですね。
We're anticipating a sideways move. All right, but that doesn't mean anything. We could get a pullback. If we get a pullback to the 50%, we want to be a buyer back up to here. If we get a sideways move, however, right up in here, like this, we're going up to here. All right. So this will be trade 1 on a pullback. All right, and if it goes sideways, this is the target right up in here. All right. So both, Larry, both are saying that. Both the fundamental, the reason that the charts are saying that is because of the news that came out said they're not going to sell as much crap to China anymore because China's GDP fell down. And that's the number one reason that the Aussie has gone up for the last 3 to 5 years. Right? So that turns it, and now we do the technical to the downside. Okay? You want to pay, Larry? Does that make sense? So good question, by the way. Yeah. All right. Euro Aussie. We're waiting for it to finish off at the top. This is the day chart top.
まあ、ユーロポンドは今下がってきて、まあプルバックを待ちましょうって話ですね。で、次、ユーロオージーですね。
Still 60 pips to go up here. So we like this trade a lot. And up to the day chart top. So if we get a bounce here, especially if we get a bounce down here, we might be able to take a trade on the low end of this. But definitely above 41.50. We're going up to 41.90, maybe 4200. So there's 50 pips up there on that Euro Aussie. We're going to be interested in that. Your CAD is taking out the top now. That was our target with this R5, and we've taken it.
まあユーロオージーはまだ買っていきたいよね。50ピップぐらい買えるよねってことで、次ユーロカナダですね。ちょっとなんか音声が悪くなってきましたけど、大丈夫みたいですね。ユーロカナダ。
Yeah, stopped out with profit again. Right? Yeah, exactly right, Sharon. It's a good trade when the techies and the fundies agree. Now remember, the fundies are the big traders, so they're not in there intraday trading. They're taking the bigger position. Right? So that's the reason that we don't really care much about the fundamental guys, because they're taking a bigger position and say, okay, by 6 months from now it's going to be down here. I'm in on a trade in there, and when it gets there, fine. Right? Nothing for us to do on this Euro CAD because we're at the top. Right?
ユーロカナダはまあトップにあるので、まあやることないですねと。
But if we get a pullback, how do we do that? With a set of fibs on the swing low, swing high, all right, and a pullback will give us another opportunity to trade down, trade up. So what do we need? We need a pullback to the 50%. All right, can everybody see there's a support right there, minor support. We need to this candle to put all take place at the 50, another bounce here, and then a break above 3700.
で、今、フィボを引きましたけど、跳ね返っていったら買っていきたよね。このマイナス 0.270 まで買っていきたよねって言ってますね。
100, and where are we going? So look at it. Move on to the chart. You can see that's the top. And this was the trade from yesterday. All right? It was a great trade from yesterday. Those of you who made that trade, we identified this trade yesterday in the New York session. Those who made that trade made a ton of pips during the night. All right? So, what did we get? I forgot to ask you, what did we get on the Euro CAD? What did everybody get on the Euro CAD? Remember? I forgot what it was. Let me mark it down. 35, okay. We can all see that the next target is for 137 on the 618 right there. So break, hook, and go here, we're going up to there. Right? So let's move this up. Anybody else? Only tip, 35 pips. Scotty, 42, nice job. Anybody else? Those who stayed in it. Yeah. Okay, 36, 34, 42, 84, Ron, nice job. Still in it, okay. Yeah. Pretty cool.
まあ昨日このユーロカナダ240分で入りましたよねってことで、みんなどんくらいですかって言って、まあ、35ピップ、リーエントリー、もう一回再度エントリーして35ピップ。で、42ピップ、37ピップ、80ピップとか30ピップとか、まあ皆さん取れてますねってことですね。
We'll call it 42. Is that okay? 42? Yeah. Got Ron up there with 80 something. Nice job, Ron. Alright. So we see that we need a pullback here. Alright, everybody see that? Alright, why? Structure of the market says we've done a 1, let's say 4, then 5. Alright, so we got to do 4 to the downside, so we anticipate a pullback. Alright, so that means everybody in this trade is moving their stop tight because 4 is to the downside. Alright, when 4 is done, we'll take a buy and we'll take it up to the top. Right here, doubling our position above 3,700. Alright, way to go. Nice job, Ron. Alright, CAD yen, nothing to do, we're at the bottom. Alright, New Zealand yen, interesting. Alright, back up to the 240 here where we can see it. Alright, New Zealand is in a wedge. Everybody see the wedge? We're in a wedge. Alright, and we've already taken the bottom out and we have a potential of a head and shoulders here. Alright. Here's a head and shoulders. So it's flat with red. Exactly right. Alright. So if they break up here, we're not going to be interested, but we will be interested in sell-off from here back down to here. Alright. So be aware of that. Now, breaking down in here, we're interested in that. That's 60, 70 ticks down there. Alright. And the real target is all the way down here. See?
9円ですね。ブレイクしてきたら売っていきたいよね。この下まで売っていきたいよね。で、プルバックしてきてから売っていきたいよねっていうことを言ってますよね。
So, once you got your lines in the chart, the trade becomes evident. Right? And you wait for that to get here. Yeah, but I thought I got a red candle, man. I just took the red candle. Quit it. Alright. New Zealand, alright. So, what do we got for structure? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're looking for 5 wave up. Alright. So, those of you who can trade that, you get a bounce here, and it starts moving to the upside, you better not miss this if you can trade this. So, this is about as pretty as you're ever going to see wide open spaces right there. Big old snowman.
ポンドキウイですね。これ、すごく綺麗なワイドオープンスペースなので見逃したくないですと。で、買っていきたいよねと。1つ目、2つ目っていう風に買っていきたいよね。スノーマンだよね。雪だるまですよと。
Pretty nice. Okay. The NJ, Robin, could be falling or falling, right? Yeah, that could be. Could be. Yeah. I'd like to see it come down a little lower in here. Prove that. All right, Fred. See you later. I'm getting there. Pound New Zealand, we've got 2 trends right now. The day chart trend is up. The 240 trend is down. They broke back into the downtrend. All right, that's a scary place. So once they break into here, all right, that got them back inside the wedge, and they were able to get back out. So right now we're currently here back out. So we're in position to make that trade right there. We're in position. If this does get underway, we'll take this trend off so it doesn't confuse us anymore. We'll do a new trend like this on the 240.
で、一回ブレイクしていったんですけど、この青いチャンネルをブレイクしていったんですけど、もう一回戻ってきて、また買うポジションになってきましたよね。で、もしこれまた上がってきて、こう買っていくとなったら、この青いトレンドを消して、このピンクのチャンネルで、やっていきますと。
That would be a 240 trend up inside the day chart. Once it occurs, it hasn't occurred yet. They have not proven anything to us yet. We don't know what it is yet, so we're going to wait till we see what it is. But we're not going to miss the buys if you can trade it. All right. Silver, we're looking for a potential break to the downside here, probably down to the 20 right here, if we can take that this sideways movement there.
銀ですね。銀はこれ下に下がってくるかもしれませんと。で、今完全横ばいですので、どっち行くか見ものですよねと。
Alright, what are we doing now with the dollar? Still selling it. Pound cheap. Alright, pound cheap has come back down into here. I'm leery of this trade at least at this point in time. There isn't any room to the downside, as you can see. There's nothing till we get down to here. Once you break 4,300, you got a trade, but you got nothing in here at all.
ポンドフランですね。ポンドフランはこの下で、トレード見てますけど、それ以外することないよねと。おっとしまった。ポンドフランでしたよね。ちょっと待ってください。
There isn't any room to the downside, as you can see. There's nothing till we get down to here. Once you break 4,300, you got a trade, but you got nothing in here at all. So below 4,300, I'm interested in going down to here, 4,320 there, but not until then. All right, pound Aussie, we're inside of a wedge, and inside of a channel on a 10-minute chart. Let's go to the 240 and see what she looks like up here. Same thing we had over on the, I think it was in pound New Zealand. Same thing. All right, we've got what do we got here? We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're doing an ABC retracement right now. So an ABC retracement, and if it bounces, you can all see. This is a little bigger. If it bounces, you're looking at the trade up to here, and then this trade up here.
ポンド時ですね。ここで跳ね返ってきたら、こことここっていう風に買っていきたいよねと。
Continues to move to the downside and comes down back in here, takes the downtrend, the day chart trend out, and breaks down in here. We'll take all this off and redo it to the downside.
もしこのピンクのチャンネルライン、大下に割ってきたら、下がりますから、そうしたら一回全部線を引き直さなくてはいけませんと。
There is space in here, I'm sure. I just can't do it until it gets there. So, interested in the buys right now. That's all. And if we get this retracement out of the way, it might be over with. So let's see what we got. Well, right now we have an A and a B. We're in the C. Right? If the C stops here and it bounces, you don't want to miss this one right here. Everybody see that? It bounces. If the C goes all the way down to here, which it definitely could do, we'll look for a bounce trade back up to here at that point. So we're looking for both of them. Put another one, another arrow down here. If it gets down to the bottom of the day chart down here, we're going to be interested in the buy to the upside. So the day chart trend is stronger than the 240-minute trend. All right, folks, in Euro New Zealand, for those of you who can trade that, we're looking for the big break, hook, and go. Right now we've had a break, we've had a hook, but we've had no go. All right, when we get a go, all right, we're looking to trade this up to the top right here. Right here. So about 60, 70 pips right now. All right. And above that, let's go up in 240 and see what she looks like here. Just the day chart top at 69.27. Right. So we get opportunity there. Let me take it to a 60 where it's going to be easier to see. Right. So a break. We already had a break. We got a hook. We don't have a go. Get a go. We're going to here. That's the day chart top. Break, hook, and go above here. You're going to double position and trade it up to 69.27.
ユーロ9位ですね。これブレイクフック&ゴーなんですけど、ブレイクでフックしてきたので、次ゴーですね。ゴーってなったらとりあえずここまで。で、またブレイクフック&ゴーでこのデイチャートのトップまで買っていきたいねと。
Love the 68.31. So let's put that on. So note to self. I'm going to trade above here. Alright. We've been through all these. It's tomorrow. You come in here and the currency has gone all the way up to here. Everybody was notified of it. You're going to see traders who say, I got 220 pips on that, I got 195 pips on that, I got 345 pips with 2 lots. You're going to hear all that, and you're going to go, how the heck did they do that? Well, we've already identified it here. We know when it's going to happen. We don't know when it's going to happen, but we know what it will do if it does happen. That's why target traders we just have an edge, because we know where it's trying to go. And then we don't click out for 5 to 8 pips. We've got to be 90% correct for the rest of our life. Alright folks, that's what I see. There are no early fundies and no late fundies. Wow. But tomorrow we get MPC meeting at 3:30. Alright, we'll see everybody.
はい、というわけで今日のセッションリーキャップここまでです。どうもありがとうございました。FOMC が今日のここですね、27時、委員会 FOMC 終了後、政策金利発表みたいなものあるんで、今日の夜、ニューヨークセッションすごく動くと思いますので気をつけてやっててください。それではどうもありがとうございました。失礼します。